what are some of the most important elements of persuasion that any business professional can learn?
Yeah, there's a few key principles that we can use with persuasion. Now, the first one, of course, is setting the tenor of the relationship from the outset. Now, certainly there are some situations where you're dealing with someone once, you need a very tiny specific thing, and that's it. But in a lot of cases in the corporate world, you are in an ongoing relationship with people. And especially since we've made the transition to virtual or hybrid connections, there often is a tendency for people to really shift into a transactional mode where it's like, okay, I've been on 14 hours of Zoom calls. I just have to get through this. Carmine, where's the thing? I need the thing. And, it works up to a certain extent, certainly if you have pre-existing political capital. But for people with whom you don't have a strong relationship, or over time, if you just keep behaving in that transactional way where the person really doesn't feel like you know them, they don't feel like you care about them, the request is not going to go over well, because eventually they are going to realize, oh, I have veto power over this treatment of me, and my veto power is not doing the thing that you want. And they may start exercising it. So I think the first piece is about creating the context of the relationship. Now, the second piece in terms of persuasion is actually framing for the person how their piece fits into the whole. Now, again, if it's an emergency, if it's a rush, sometimes you can just say, do this, and that works when it's necessary. But in most situations, people, we're going to sound very Marxist here. People don't want to be a cog in the machine. Right. They want to be able to contribute to the whole. And it is on us as leaders and as professionals to help them understand how their small piece of it actually is contributing to the overall effort, so they can feel pride of ownership, and so that they can understand contextually why you might be badgering them for this thing that seems weird or seems irrelevant, but actually is really quite important to the overall mission. And I would say a third piece in terms of persuasion is actually just ensuring that you are sufficiently clear with your ask. Sometimes we fail to get what we want because we are creating shortcuts in our own mind. We assume we've conveyed things that we haven't. Other people may not understand the urgency of a situation. They may not understand specifically what you want them to do as compared to their colleagues. And so we have to double check that other people are even clear on what we're trying to persuade them to do.